So I might just start by saying a couple of things about what we're trying to achieve with this initiative. Hey, I can see my very good friend Ronald has joined. That's super. Um, Obviously, we're living in a really, really unsettled and anxious time at the moment, and that is well, it's troubling and it's difficult to stay calm in a time like this. I can speak from personal experience. I'm surrounded by paracetamol capsules and hot liquids because I seem to have come down with the symptoms myself. But whether you're personally affected or know someone who is affected, I thought it might be really great just to have a free, short, sharp daily meditation, which you can join. It's going to be the same time every weekday. So that's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. UK time, as a respite, as a way of taking a little break in the middle of whatever else you've got going on, whether it's just a disrupted routine of working from home or you're socially isolating, if that's the term for it, or you find yourself reading the news at a very breakneck pace. I think it's really, really important that we find ways of staying calm because, of course, the calm can be just as contagious as the bug that's doing the rounds. So I want you to join me in doing a little guided meditation. We're going to do about 10 minutes, and then I'll just leave a little space at the end for any questions you might have. So if you want to get things going as a Q&A in the chat box on the YouTube channel, if that's where you're watching, then you can do that, and I will try my best, or perhaps the community who's logged in will answer your question for you. But and if we can get the feeling of community, even though we're all isolated in our own homes over the next couple of weeks or months, then as far as I'm concerned, this initiative will have succeeded. So wherever you are on your meditation journey in terms of experience with mindfulness or compassion-based practices, perhaps you're on the apps, perhaps you like the shavasana bit at the end of a yoga class. There are no levels to meditation, and we are together just going to do a short guided one now. So I want you to, with me, just close your eyes and take a couple of nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, in and out. Notice your surroundings. Are there noises in the room you're in or outside it? Notice the weight of your body in the seat if you're sitting, or your feet on the ground. See if you can even pay a little attention to the sensation of gravity as it acts on every part of your body. Now, the degree of connection you can feel to what we might call the mundane, the whatever our senses are picking up on, sight, smell, sounds, tastes, our physical sensations, the thoughts in your mind, the emotions as they play out in your body. The degree of connection you feel to those things is directly proportionate to the amount of attention you give them. There's a balance if we, you know, connect with our senses so deeply that we don't manage to feed ourselves or interact with the people in our lives, then obviously that's no good. But equally, most of us probably don't spend enough time connecting. If you imagine that you started out on this journey right at the start of your life as a young child on a train at a platform at a time when everything was worthy of wonder, curiosity, awe. Things seemed almost magical because we didn't have the concepts or the words or the analysis really for what anything was. And since that kind of halcyon time of your youth, the train has been picking up speed, traveling further away from that platform. Until now, you find if you look out the window of that train, you get a very clear handle on the mountains off in the distance, the horizon, any large features, cities, forests. But the scenery closest to the train window is a blur. Many of us seem to believe that the enlightenment or the meaning or the connection or happiness that we're seeking is somewhere on the horizon. It's those far off mountains that are yet to be scaled. It's by necessity going to take struggle and a great journey to get towards that fulfillment that we so crave. There's another way of viewing life. Instead of enlightenment being those far off mountains, it is the scenery closest to you, the sensations in your body, the movement of your breath, your emotions, your immediate lived experience. And that's what we're trying to connect with whenever we meditate. The enlightenment isn't far off, it's right in front of your nose. See if you could start to tune into the sensation of the breath in your body. Just noticing how that causes your body to rise and fall like waves on the surface of an ocean. And the trick here is to realize that although each breath might feel like a separate event. An inhale is obviously not an inhale, or an inhale is obviously not an exhale, even. There's another way of looking at the same picture, and it involves a shift in perspective. If you're on the surface of the ocean, every wave seems like a separate event. But if you dive down beneath the surface, you'll realize that the water below is serene, tranquil, not really so subject to all the movement on the surface. From beneath, it's impossible to say where one wave finishes and the next begins. But most of us live our lives on the surface. When we're on the surface, every wave that arrives sends us rocking in a different direction. But you contain the whole ocean. Every wave is connected, and the waves and the ocean are indivisible. The same goes for the breaths in your body, the sounds around you, any thoughts, any sensations. They're all connected by dint of appearing in the same space, your conscious awareness. So together, let's take a deep, slow breath in and back out again. And once more, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just starting to let any residual tension in your body or in your mind just flow out of you with every exhale. And when you like, you could blink open your eyes. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining for this meditation. I can see there are 5 of you. Hopefully that number grows and we get a community going as time goes on. But wherever you are in the world, I just want to wish you clarity, calm, and connection. Like I said at the start, it is such an isolating time and a scary time. So if you're feeling anxious or stressed out, know that that is a really, well, it's normal and it's understandable. But we're all in it together. And just like each of us contains the ocean underneath the waves of everyday experience, so too are we all connected by dint of our shared humanity. So look after each other. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another session of Levitate Live. And If you have questions, like I said before, please do just feel free to pop them into the chat box if you're watching on our YouTube page. I think the chat box doesn't exist if you're watching on the Levitate website. So do avail yourself of that resource. I'm really, really happy to answer any questions you might have about your own meditation practice or just chat about how you're feeling right now. But otherwise, I wish you a very beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much.